Stadium in Columbus, Ohio. Two behemoth conferences, bragging rights at stake, the SEC versus the Big Ten. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rose, some interesting storylines setting up in this one.
Thanks, guys. The Tide head coach told me this team has continued to shine, and he said his message to them in the locker room before the game was, this is our opportunity. They were not ranked to start the season and have continued to play their way into the conversation, but every week gets a little harder. He wants intensity and focus right out of the gate to prove to the world we belong, and we're going to keep making noise this season. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. Buckeyes headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. A special teams miscue right off the bat, and they'll take over in really good field position. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Running inside, it's Edwards. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They give it back to him. Oh, he's got some space. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They go play action with Russell. Gonna take a shot. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play.
Well, that's a great play by the defense. That's one the quarterback obviously wishes he had back. I think sometimes as a QB, your success from the previous game can carry over, and it forces you to be a little bit reckless, right, David? I mean, he had a big one last time out. He's looking early in this game on the first drive to get a big chunk play right out of the gate, but he throws that one into coverage, and the defense makes him pay for it.
Well, and how about talking to this defense before this game? They talked about, can they make something good happen early? If they could, maybe they could rattle him a little bit. Everything went well for him last week, and so good job by this defense striking early. Hopefully it'll develop some confidence with this D and maybe a little bit of hesitation with the QB.
St. Clair. He wants to go deep. He makes a grab.
And how about he dropped back to pass twice on this drive so far? He's thrown 2 completions and chewed up over half the field. This offense, this QB, dialed in, understanding what he's seeing, and he is putting his foot down and being aggressive, taking shots down the field, and now this offense in great scoring position.
And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They're going to run it to the right. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Keelan Russell. They're all over him. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
And that's the challenge today. A week ago, they failed the challenge. Last week, they gave up 5 sacks. They can't do that again today. This defense saw it. They watched it on tape. They know they're not doing a good job of protecting their quarterback, and already 1 sack on the day.
From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell. He'll try to do it himself. He'll be stopped short, and they'll force a 4th down.
Well, the sack on the last play obviously put them behind the chains. He's doing everything he can on this scramble to try and go and get the 1st down, but got to give the defense tons of credit. Not only do you get the sack the previous play, but you're able to chase down a pretty athletic guy and now set up 4th.
They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now softened them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
And he's brought down after a short gain.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. They'll move the tight end. St. Clair from the gun on 3rd down. Left side is Singleton. Still running at the 40. Makes the catch and he's free. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they take it in for 6 more points. Lining up to tack 1 more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score coming on the touchdown pass from 55 yards out. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. from the gun, it's Edwards. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
Man, it's fun to watch defense that just, they look so in sync and coordinated. And watching the tape coming into this week's game, you could tell last week this defense was dialed in. They don't give up big plays. They don't give up points. They make you earn everything. Looking like another game like that so far today.
Russell from the gun on third down. He uncorks one deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
Man, sometimes as a quarterback, man, you're sitting on that sideline and you watch the other guy go out and just deal, right? And put together a drive, score a touchdown, and you want to come out and you want to answer and you want to be aggressive. And sometimes you take shots, sometimes you force things. So I would recommend to him just stay within the offense, take what the defense gives you, don't be too aggressive.
Ohio State offense onto the field. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Tavian St. Clair. He's got it. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Caught in the backfield. It's Glover. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Let's take a look at the numbers, and they have jumped out to an impressive start. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Throwing St. Clair. Firing for the end zone. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Pedal to the metal right now for this offense. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Here on their third possession, they're still taking shots way down the field, and why not? Give the defense credit finally. Something good happens for them to get the incompletion, but if I'm this quarterback, I'm still throwing it.
He's not going anywhere, nowhere to run, and they stop him for nothing on 4th and 2.
Man, listen, we know this QB wants to take off. 4th down, go time, got to make a play. Defense locked in, dialed in, got to him, got him on the ground, didn't let him get to the sticks.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the second quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
And so far, man, everything's been difficult for this offense. And credit to the defense. They've taken away all the easy stuff. The easy perimeter throws, the quick throws. Nice job playing fast, playing physical. But this QB's got to get a little bit more in rhythm. Be a little bit more patient. Go through his progressions a little bit better. Right now, so far, it's an 0 for 4 start.
Rush is on. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now setting up fourth down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously the defense, the big reason for that, but if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
And no shot at a return here as the punt goes out of bounds. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay.
Lets it fly. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
Well, this quarterback has really found a nice rhythm early, and he's in firm control and command of everything that's happening. They've had 2 drives, they've scored 2 touchdowns, and here on their 3rd possession, he still wants to take shots. That one obviously falls incomplete, but if you're him, I would keep...
No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, and after not getting any sacks a week ago, we knew he was going to be a little frustrated, but he told us this week he wasn't going to try to press. He was just going to go out in this game, be himself, knowing the numbers and the stats would come. He's off to a great start in this game.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. On the run, deep down the right side. Makes the grab, gets the foot down. Just precision execution on that big play.
Man, that is textbook football 101. It's what every defensive coordinator's yelling on the sidelines. Sudden change. They want to be aggressive, capitalize on the momentum. They force the turnover on defense. Offense, they take a...
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
Quick give. It's Edwards. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
Under pressure. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
The trend continues for this offensive line from last week. They gave up 5 sacks last week. They've given up 4 today. The most important part of your offense is protecting that quarterback. They've got to do a better job.
The kick is on its way. Looks it in. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half, making the adjustment. St. Clair. Taken in by Smith on the right side. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Back to throw, it's St. Clair. Looking down the middle. Out wide left, it's Singleton. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And, man, that is exactly what you want to do. When the quarterback runs the football, you want to be physical. You want him to feel you. You want to make sure you land on top of him, hit him hard. This defense, very physical. Get the football out, force the fumble, get the big play for the D.
Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves. They think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
And nice job on 2nd down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching them off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the 1st down.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Straight ahead, it's Edwards. There he goes. Running with pace, changing speed, showing the moves. He's down to the 30.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell. Finds space on the right. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
And we always go back and we look like, what was the play of the game? Those moments that were so big, that was huge for this offense, man. Already trailing in the football game, 3rd down and long situation to get that conversion and now get 1st and goal. A chance to cut into this lead. Really nice, big, opportunist.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the 1st half.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Good, strong tackle. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Russell fires into the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And that's exactly what the offense needed right there. A touchdown here, and I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot of success up until that moment. Late in the 2nd quarter, they finally were able to punch one in the end zone, and that's going to give them some confidence now to take into the locker room here shortly at halftime, but they've got to play much better in the 2nd half.
On the run from inside his own 5. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Tavian St. Clair throws to the wideout. Left side is Smith. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. Sets his feet. It's St. Clair. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. A 1st half turnover can swing momentum.
And that's a play the defense absolutely had to have. They've given up some big plays in this 1st half, and they're down on the scoreboard right now. Something positive needed to happen. Maybe that's the interception that changes the momentum in this game. It's now up to their offense to try and score some points here before the 1st half ends.
Lost to throw on 1st. Here comes the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
you could just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
Throwing Russell. The screen, he's got wheels. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. Ohio State calls it second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Russell from the gun on third down. Look out! Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, we welcome you into our palatial Orlando studios for the Week 3 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. First up, a look at James Madison taking on the number 16 team, the UNLV Rebels. And it's the Dukes with one of the truly dazzling offensive displays we've witnessed this season. They had a scoring answer every time they needed one and win a fireworks-filled football game. And you know what they say in college football, you got to take care of the games in your own backyard. They're now 2-2 after that home win. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Got it in the middle, it's Johnson. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Jackson. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead. But you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here. And I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. And the Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. They get him stopped after a pickup of 5 to the 28.
Well, nice job there by the running back. They toss it to him, and he's able to kind of weave his way for a very good gain for this offense.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He's changing the play. Throwing St. Clair. Timed it perfectly to knock him free and forces the 3rd down.
Really nice pressure by the defense, getting in there quickly, getting a hit on the quarterback, making the quarterback make a quick decision, and he makes the wrong decision. He throws into double coverage, but that's really because of the pressure in his face and the physical hit on his body.
Run the gun on 3rd down, St. Clair. Stepping to the right. Makes a connection. And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a 1st down in the red zone.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he...
Touchdown! Buckeye! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape. So the offense definitely taking care of their business.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So an 82-yard drive there, and they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Tide ready to roll on offense. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
And finally, we see a nice gain. That's his best run of the game. And this offense works best when he is going. And then you can throw the passing game and the play action, and there's more balance. So maybe that's a sight of things to come. Maybe they can get this thing going and get back in this football game.
Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Hits inside, it's Edwards. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact.
Snags it and he's open. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just
fires deep toward the end zone. And they needed a little more room to work with as that one sails out of bounds.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed.
A shot toward the end zone. In the end zone, he's got it! Touchdown, Crimson Tide! Getting set for the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. St. Clair hauls it in. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it, you force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
St. Clair from the gun on third down. Good job just to get rid of that one.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up fourth down, they only have a one-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
Hunt is on its way. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Keelan Russell. Out wide right, it's Edwards. An 8-yard pickup on the first down completion, now 2nd and 2. Dropping back, it's Russell. Gonna take a shot. Makes the grab inside the 30. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Bama! Rolled his way into the end zone. Extra point here will tie the game. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 3rd. You want to see quick strike ability? It was epitomized there. 2 plays, 80 yards, touchdown on the board. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Tavian St. Clair. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Got a good one going here. All tied up in the 3rd. It's 2nd and 10. Making the adjustment on the play. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Fires to the middle. Open on the right side, that's Smith. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Turns up, it's Roberts. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Throwing St. Clair. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical when he caught it. When he catches the football, I've got to immediately impact him so he can't catch it. That's how it's done.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
After that incompletion here, tied in the 4th quarter, you've got a decision to make with this field position. Do you want to stay aggressive and try and go win this game now and bleed a little bit more clock, or do you trust your defense? If you
Guys, I can't believe this. They must not trust their defense at all. They're leaving the offense out there, and they're going to go for it here. You want to talk about a high-risk decision. Makes the grab. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you can tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
Trying to get behind the defense. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel, understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Again, it's St. Clair. Fires to the wideout. Out wide left, it's Johnson. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. They've got a first down here. Want to start his bend to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Caught, it's Johnson. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. And with that one, he's now over 3 bills for the game.
And there's 2 reasons why, Reese. He's made good decisions, and he's been accurate throwing the football all game long.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. St. Clair. He's got it and still on his feet. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The run inside. It's Jackson. Touchdown, Ohio State. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's put the college football world on notice.
And he tacked on the extra point. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. And now this offense needs a late 4th quarter drive to answer that last touchdown. On the run, it's Edwards. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Russell on play action. Caught. Breaks into the open. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big time pickup on that one.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football. And this is why they get it to him short, because he can take it to the house or make a big play on any reception.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. The defense has been hanging on for dear life figuratively, now literally, and it draws a flag. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Tells to run, wants to pass. Still looking to his right. Caught. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. It's probably pretty comforting for this offensive coordinator to know as soon as the game's kicked off, I can pretty much pencil in a 100-yard receiving day for this dude.
And I want to be the quarterback. I mean, that guy, it's always open, man, zone. I know I'm looking his way because he's going to catch the football. He's going to make big plays for me. So, yeah, I'm not surprised they can continue to highlight this guy in the passing game.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Running inside. It's Edwards. Pass to 6. Here's all the way. Touchdown time.
And, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Tavian St. Clair. Oh, pressure's coming. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Great job of timing the blitz and calling it at a perfect moment when the offense was going to drop back and throw. They're able to get to him, hit him. They don't get the sack, but they do affect his accuracy, and it falls incomplete.
To the air, it's St. Clair. This time it's complete. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. All wideouts, no backs. Right side, it's Singleton. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Throwing, St. Clair. Unloads to the wideout. Left side is Smith. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, it's Jackson. Turning it on. He's at the 20.
And he finally breaks when they get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
They'll run it. It's Jackson. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Just going to keep it after the snap. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Alabama calls its second timeout of the half. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. Now the Tide uses its third and final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. Off the RPO, throw right, looking for the change. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And inside a minute to go, they've got the lead.
And how about this offense, man? They knew they needed to execute. Great play calling, great drive, put it together. Now you got a chance to go up by 7 late in this ball game and then let your defense go on the field and seal it for you.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Starts from their own 25-yard line. Russell. Rush right in his face. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, but still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid to call those plays again right now in this 2-minute situation.
He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
And that's exactly what this defense is going to have to do late in this football game. They understand the situation. They're in the full 2-minute drill. They're playing pass, but understanding the quarterback can still run. Nice job playing pass, playing coverage first, protecting yourself, and then rallying to the football.
Sends it downfield. Wide open. He makes the catch. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
Well, that's exactly why you practice these 2-minute situations. The quarterback knew exactly where to go. He's trying to work the sideline, save some clock. Great route by the receiver getting open, making the catch, getting out of bounds. And this drive is off to a pretty good start.
Going for it all. He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's second down.
I can't believe it. He had a chance to just end the game right there. If the defender makes the catch in the end zone, up a possession, this is ball game. But because he put it on the ground, this offense still has life.
Throwing Russell. They're all over him. Chase to the right. Blasted as he lets it go. Ball is incomplete. Falls to the turf, and that's going to do it. And it went right down to the final play. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads. Hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out.